Hi, this is Janet with Try It Like It Created, and today we're going to be making a pair of earrings from some colored printouts. So what I have in front of me here is a 1-inch punch, hole punch, and some blue cardstock paper. So first off, I'm going to cut out 2 blue circles, and these are going to be for the back side of my earrings. And then I have this print out here that I am going to cut out. And you notice here, if we look at this, if we look at the images, you'll see that some of them are reversed from each other, and that is on purpose. I did that specifically so you could use them to make earrings. So I'm going with this set right here. So I'm going to cut out one of each direction here. And I just printed this out on my inkjet printer, but and so what I do with that is that I usually spray it with a clear coating over the top just so it doesn't bleed, or I don't have any issues with it. So here I am with my punch, and I'm going to punch each one of these out, and you can see that they're just a little bit larger. The printout is a little bit larger than the 1-inch hole, and the reason for that is in case you're not a perfectionist at getting that punched out, that it will still work for you. So now what we're going to do is glue these 2 pieces together so that we have a little bit more sturdiness to these pieces. And I am putting glue down, but then I am going to lift them up here and actually use my finger to spread the glue all the way around, because I want to get it out to the edge as well, because putting these together, I want to make sure that everything is nice and secure. Okay, and so that adds some thickness. Now you can add more to it depending on how much thickness you want for your earrings. And I am just using a tacky type glue. So there, we have those 2 together, and then I can decide later how I want them to be used to wear. I'm going to bring you down a little closer because we're going to get into working on these 2 next. Okay, so off camera, I have sprayed these with a little bit of shimmering mist, and so I don't know if the camera will pick up on that or not, but I wanted to add a little bit of glitz to the front, and I don't know if it's going to show up or not once we put the UV in place, but I just thought I'd give it a try. So now what I'm going to use is this clear jewelry gel from UV, and it cures in 30 seconds. So this is also going to add thickness to this piece, and just going to start in the center and work my way out and get to the edge. Now I can always use like a toothpick or a pin. I like to use a pin sometimes to move it around and get it where I want it. So I'm just getting nice coat down first where it's close to where I want it. I'm not getting it all the way to the edge, but it's close. All right, so let me just wipe off the tip. Now I am working under daylight lights, and so it may cure a little bit before I even expose it here, just so you know. And I'm going to grab onto it right here so I can move. And you can see that it's already leveled itself out some. It just needs to get worked out to the edge where I didn't touch. And if you see any air bubbles, now is the time to release those as well. If you find after you cure that you missed a spot, you can always go back and add more. The nice thing about this is that it's very forgiving, and like I said, it cures so fast that you really don't have to wait around for your results. So you can be more productive and at a faster pace, basically. All right, so there I have my coat, and now all I have to do is expose that for about 30 to 60 seconds with a UV light. And I have a UV flashlight given to me by UV to go with their resin. So I am just going to move this around and cure these. Okay, they are done, and they are hard. I will note that I have a slight curvature to them, and that is because when UV is set, it does have a little bit of shrinking to it. I am going to coat the other side, and then let's see what happens if it goes back the other way, or, you know, what happens. I'm not sure. We're just going to test it out here and see what happens. Okay, so they did flatten out some. I will say that there is still a curve to them, and I'm okay with that because I'm making them into earrings, and you know, if they were to hang with a curve to them, I'm okay with that. The next thing I'm going to do here is, you can see around the edge here, that is paper, and some of it is a little bit opened up here, but because it's been cured with the resin, it is not going to move or go anywhere. And I think that is probably because I didn't wait for my glue to dry, and I'm okay with that. What I'm going to do is I am going to go around the edge with a metallic blue marker here and just cover up that edge, which will give it a more professional look. And then you can go over this with resin if you'd like. And the way I would go about doing that would be really just applying it around the edge with my finger. And I will show you that in just a second. My pen just slipped a little bit, but it slipped to the back side, which is blue. So that's a good thing. Okay, so I just wanted to point out to you that this UV resin is a quick cure resin. Now, not all resins cure that quickly, so I just want to let you know that. Also, other resins, you would have to be careful about applying it on your skin, like I'm doing here. And I am just going to do a real thin wipe around this outer edge to kind of seal in that marker. So I am barely putting any resin on there. But it will secure in the marker for me. and I am just kind of thinning it out on my finger first before I apply it, so I'm not getting a big glob anywhere. Of course, any that touches any other part here will get cured, so I'm not worried about getting excess anywhere. I'm going to clean off my fingers first before I expose, just because I don't want to cure resin onto my fingers. Alright, so I think I'm in pretty good shape here. Alright, now I'm just going to hold on to these and go around the edge. So the next step is to drill holes to put your ear wires in, and I have gone ahead and put a little pencil mark right where I want to drill, and I don't know that you'll even see that. It's very, very small. So I'm going to start my drill. You can see I have a very, very small little drill bit here, and it looks like it has some buildup on it, so I just want to try to get that off before we go too much further. I'm trying to think the last pair of earrings I put, I think it was shrink art film. So, alright, well, we'll give this a go, see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be noisy. Alright, so that worked great for both of them, and there was a little build up there that actually came off as I was drilling. And if you really wanted to match them up, I guess you could drill them layered on top of each other. But with marking, I was close enough. So now I'm just going to grab my jewelry tools here. I'm grabbing a nipper instead of a plier. Ah, found it. It was in the wrong place. Alright, so to open up your ear wire, you're going to want to twist instead of pull, okay? So this is already starting to twist away from me a little bit, so that's the direction I'm going to go. Now, depending on your ear wire and depending on how much this wire has been through already, it may break on you, because wire gets hard the more it's bent. So just know that you may go through a few of these. So I'm just gently bending it away from me. I don't want to go too much, because I really don't want to break that wire. And I think that's going to be enough for me to slip through. Oh, I might need to do it just a little bit more. This one does seem rather tough, so I'm feeling like it could snap on me. Let's see if I can finagle this in here without doing too much damage. Alright, and if it doesn't want to fit like this, we're going to have to add a jump wire. So let me go grab those and I'll be right back. Alright, I have grabbed a jump ring, and you can see here, hopefully, that they come slightly askew, and sometimes all the way open already for you. So I am just going to slip it through my earring piece here. Let me see if I can do that. It'd be easier said than done, huh? You have to open it a little bit more. I cracked the back of my earring a little bit as I was trying to get the ear wire into it, and so it's a little bit thicker at the top here because I added some additional resin. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to add on my ear wire, and I think I am actually going to have to turn this ear wire, and this is where you can actually have it break on you. So just to give you a forewarning here, I'm going to do it slowly and hopefully it doesn't give way. It feels like it might. How are we doing? Okay. Because you want it to go the opposite direction of your jump ring. So now, there we go. I can do that and then twist these two back together and give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's pinched nice and tight, and there is our first earring done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the next one as well. Okay, so what happened here is exactly what I said could happen to your ear wire if you bend it too much, and I think that's the one that I was working with before because it just fell apart on me. And so you can see here are all the pieces of that ear wire. So I need to grab another one. Okay, here we go. 2 finished earrings. And this pattern wasn't too different, but they are opposite each other. So this yellow piece going through the middle here is a little bit wider on this end, a little bit wider on this end. So there they are, finished earrings.